The people upstairs won't stop singing happy birthday, and I don't think the kid they're singing to is actually a kid at all. I don't usually work on Sundays, but I needed some extra cash, so I took an early shift. When I came home around 2 p.m., all I wanted was quiet. I live in a small apartment building. My unit's on the first floor, beside another one that belongs to a guy who's rarely home. Down on the ground floor is Mrs. Rogue's place, and up on the second floor are 2 other flats, one owned by an elderly couple and the other by a family I never really see. Sometimes I hear the kids in the morning moaning about school and stomping down the stairs. Sometimes I catch the clatter of dishes or soft voices. After 10 p.m., everything usually goes silent. I reach my door and rummage through my bag for my keys. That's when I heard voices upstairs hushed, tense words pressed together. I couldn't make out what they were saying, but it sounded urgent. Keep in mind, I'd never actually seen these people. I just assumed they were a family because of the noises, the kids, the daily rhythm of life above me. I finally found my keys and unlocked the door. But for some reason, I didn't step inside right away. I let the door swing open and stayed there, listening. The moment the door creaked, the voices upstairs stopped, completely, as if they were now listening to me. I froze. For a few seconds, silence hung between us. Then, a single step on the floor above. My back went cold. I don't know why, but I suddenly needed to be inside, so I shut the door behind me fast. I busied myself putting groceries away, opening cabinets, trying to shake off the weird tension lingering in the air. That's when I started hearing singing, faint at first. It was happy birthday. I actually smiled. So that's what all the secrecy was about. They must have been planning a surprise. It sounded like 5 or 6 people, cheerful and slightly off-key. Happy birthday, dear Juna. Cute. When the song ended, they started again. Weird, but maybe the kid had asked for another round. They sang the whole thing again, long drawn out, with extra lyrics and little runs. Then silence. Then another round. By the 5th or 6th time, I was muttering under my breath, "Weird family." I threw on my headphones, lay down on the couch, and eventually drifted off. When I woke up, it was close to 8 p.m. You know, that disoriented feeling after a hard nap? The sun had set, leaving the apartment in deep blue twilight. That lonely, in-between kind of light. It reminded me of waking up sick as a kid. House quiet, dinner smells in the air, this strange sense that the world had kept moving without you. I sat up, rubbed my eyes, and stood to get some water. The kitchen was sunk in that heavy, dim 8 p.m. darkness. And then I realized the people upstairs were still singing happy birthday. I froze. Same melody, same voices. Hours later. At first I thought maybe they'd put a recording on loop, but each version was slightly different. Small variations. Uneven rhythms, near hesitations. They were actually still singing. Weird. Maybe they were rehearsing for something. Maybe their kid was eccentric. I didn't know. I'd never met them. I put my headphones back on, made dinner, watched a show, even took a shower. By 10 p.m., the song was still going, and my patience was gone. I'm not confrontational. I hate telling people they're bothering me, so I called my mom. "Yeah, they've been doing it for hours," I said. "It's getting on my nerves." She laughed. "Then go knock. I'm sure the old couple upstairs wants to sleep. Maybe I'll just put music on. But you don't want to listen to music, do you? Then why do something to please them?" "Go upstairs, Michaela," I sighed. She was right. After hanging up, I threw on a sweater and unlocked my door. The hallway air was colder. Dim light spilled down from upstairs. I climbed the stairs slowly. The family's apartment door was cracked open. Warm light flickered inside. I peeked through. A narrow hallway lined with balloons and confetti led into a small dining room. The smell of candles and frosting hung in the air. I nudged the door open an inch more. The dining room glowed with candlelight. People stood around a table, clapping and singing. On the table sat a cake, pink and purple frosting, sprinkles, writing I couldn't read. The scene should have been cheerful, but something was off. Their smiles were tight, their movements too slow, too deliberate. At the head of the table sat a boy, maybe 10 or 12, wearing a pointed hat. His grin was wide, too wide, crooked yellow teeth showing. His eyes were red-rimmed, wet and unblinking. He looked exhausted or terrified. I don't know how long I stood there watching before he turned his gaze directly on me. That look, pure awareness, locked me in place. My heart seized. His grin twisted into a grimace. Then he blew out the candles. Darkness swallowed the room. Something shuffled toward me. I gasped, slammed the door, and stumbled down the stairs. Behind me came the thud of feet, scratching on the walls. I burst into my apartment and slammed my own door just as something hit it from the other side. Banging, relentless, hinges rattling. Then silence. Through the peephole, I saw only darkness. But in that dim light, a face appeared. The same face from upstairs, now level with mine. Impossible. He'd been a child. Now he wasn't. His eyes were bloodshot and sunken. His mouth stretched into a slow smile. Then he spoke. In a grown man's voice. "You're welcome to join next year." That's why we left the door open. I fell back from the door, heart hammering. Then I heard another door upstairs creak open, the elderly couples. A man's irritated voice. "Hey, what on earth are you doing? It's the middle of the night. Quit it before I call the police." His words cut off. No scream, just silence. Then faint scratching, shuffling, and a weak cry, the kind that doesn't ask for help anymore. With shaking hands, I dialed the police. Whispering so softly, I barely heard myself. Half an hour later, the longest half hour of my life, they arrived. They sealed off the second floor. No one would tell me anything. Later, through calls and whispers, I learned what they'd found. "Miss, there were never kids living upstairs," one officer said. 2 of them were adults pretending to be children. They didn't say much more. Just words like kidnapping, massacre, disembowelment. The presents had been pieces of flesh, toys made of bone. One was a necklace strung with teeth. I can't go back there. I moved in with my parents, begged them for extra locks, cameras, alarms. They think it's PTSD. Fine, let them think that. Because I've seen the footage from that night from the hallway camera. The birthday boy never went back upstairs. He crawled to the window and jumped out. I don't know where he is now, and I hope it goes both ways.